Hey there, Marvel fans, and welcome back to Marvel University. Today's lesson, wasps. These amazing insects share a common ancestor with ants and bees. So the superheroes Ant-Man and the Wasp aren't just linked by Marvel Comics, they're linked by evolution. Today we're back at the Natural History Museum of Los Angeles County. So let's hear what they have to say about the science of wasps and the wasp. In the Marvel Comics, the female wasp has many of the same abilities as Ant-Man. She can shrink herself, but she does have one special ability that Ant-Man does not. She can fly. How good are wasps at flying?
They're pretty strong flyers.
Yes?
Yeah, so, I mean, there's different ways to answer this because there are different sizes of wasps, right? And not all wasps can fly.
Really?
Right. There are some wasps that don't have wings. But if we're talking about some of these larger wasps, they have a really thick thorax, which is that midsection of the body right behind the head. And that thorax is full of muscles, very powerful, really strong flyers. And some of the largest wasps in the world, like for instance, the really famous giant Asian hornet, has been clocked at 25 miles per hour.
Speaking of flight, let's talk about wings. In the Marvel Comics, the wasp's wings are simply described as biosynthetic. What does that mean?
Well, I don't know. I think there's different ways to interpret that, but you know, a lot of scientists look to structures in nature and try to replicate that to make suits or make different tools that are just as durable.
And what are these wings made out of?
Well, the wings are actually made out of a substance called chitin, which is one of the major components of insect exoskeletons. But what gives it more flexibility and less of this toughness is that it's just one component. So there's another component of exoskeletons called sclerotin, and that is a tougher component. That exoskeleton is more sclerotized, more sclerotin than say something like a wing, or you think of like a caterpillar, which almost seems fleshy, but that's still actually an exoskeleton.
Gotcha. And so one of the wasp's main abilities in the Marvel Comics is that she becomes very small. This is an advantage to, you know, fight crime and fight bad guys. But in reality, aren't real-life wasps pretty big?
That's a really common misconception about wasps and a lot of other insects because we tend to see the larger ones. But actually, the vast majority of wasps are microscopic.
How social are wasps?
A lot of people assume that all wasps are social.
Yes.
Because the wasps that we have a lot of interaction with are fairly large and they're all in this one family called the Vespidae. That particular group of wasps, they are all social. So they live in a colony with the queen, kind of what we think of when we think of social insects. But that's just one family out of over 300 different families.
So an idea of, let's say, a female wasp and a male ant just sort of traveling around, it might be true fantasy,
It's true fantasy, But if I were Ant-Man, for sure, I want a female wasp on my team.
Gotcha.
You know, I mean, she's the one that can sting.
Yeah.
You know, she's the more powerful of the two. You know, so yeah, for sure.
So there you have it, guys. Wasps are a fascinating and diverse group of insects. Independent, industrious, and not to be messed with. Sounds kind of like Marvel's wasp. That's it for today, Marvel fans. Make sure you tune in for the next episode of Marvel University.